Moving on to players that should be staying here. For the love of God, I hope they're staying here. Barry Bannan hasn't got a release clause in his contract. We've been talking about this for quite a while.
Yep.
So, this is from the Yorkshire Post. Wednesday's championship fates are on a knife edge. Blah, 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 blah. Nottingham Forest, all that. We're past all that now. I don't even know why I've left the article in here. But Bannan said, this is the important bit, and quote, I have signed a 2-year deal, and I signed that when we were in the bottom 3. So let's see what happens. That will be down to the chairman and the people to decide at the club if the worst does happen. So basically, we don't have to sell him.
No.
If we don't want to.
He's also turned around and said in interviews that he did for the club, like, I wouldn't have signed the contract if I didn't want to be here.
He's also said he wants to see out the contract no matter what happens.
Yeah.
That's the big bit.
And he kind of went, if we're in League One, I'm helping us to get out of League One. If we're in the Championship, I'm helping us to push for the Premiership. This is a player who didn't have any club looking at him, and we took the chance and took the gamble, and he's repaying it. And we can say all what we like, what we've had this season with loyalty, but Bannan is showing it there. And
could he go?
Signing that contract also means we'll get money for him.
Yeah, and could we get money for him? Because what was Neil Warnock doing? What is it with Borough?
Did you see what it's? Did you see that?
Yeah,
did you see what it said?
So they were at the end of the match against Borough versus Wednesday, where we got battered. There was a bit of conversation going on between Neil Warnock and Barry Bannan, who've got history. Now, a lot of people thought that Warnock was tapping him up to come to Borough. Now, what has been said, Barry Bannan's come out and said that he was basically saying that he played well, he's become a good player. He was apologising about his time at Palace with him. So Barry Bannan looks back on his time with Palace as very mixed. He wasn't and Warnock was a big part of that. And the apology there, he said it meant a lot to him that he got an apology from Warnock. Now, do you think that's all it was, or do you think he was trying to get in friendly with him to sign him next season?
I actually think it was Warnock going, look, I should have took a bit more chance because you are a player. And I think there's a lot of managers out there that see who have had Bannan on their books and like, what the hell were we thinking? Like, if Blackpool could have kept him on loan, you never know where Blackpool could be now. It's that kind of thing where I don't think he would have done it. Like, tactic. He might have turned and said, oh, look, come and as a joking thing, but I think it would say, I believe what Bannan said, and I kind of see that in Neil Warnock's nature. We had it last week with what we said about him. He does seem that kind of person. He'll hold his hands up and say, you know what, I was in the wrong.
I must say, though, it would be very Warnock to poach our best player.
Yes. But if they've got to do that, they pulled our pants down with Jordan Rhodes, time to do the same to Middlesbrough. You want our best player, this is how much you're paying.
Yeah, there's reported rumours going about. People think, well, you know what I've seen, what's mental? Some Wednesday fans saying, oh, $1.5 million and he can go. Are you serious?
What?
Are you serious? I don't care if he's, what is he, 32, 33?
31.
31? I thought he was 32. So. I don't care, right? If he's in his 30s and he's coming towards the end of his career in terms of, playing days at this level.
Someone even turned around and said to me, Sheffield United might go for him.
That made me feel a little bit sick, actually, because I was like, there is a chance.
Yeah.
Because this is what I thought, right? Sheffield United could go in for some of our out-of-contract players, or they could go in for the Bannans.
They've done it before.
Yeah, they love it. We don't do it to them. Have you noticed that? But they love to take our castaways, and even worse, they won't be our castaways this time, because they'll take the players that we want just because they don't have to move.
Yeah.
Because they're already here.
And that's a big one for Bannan, considering he only relocated this season.
Yeah. I don't think
he would.
Bannan would fear for his safety, right? If he lived in Sheffield.
I don't think he would. And he's said stuff in the past that wouldn't go down well.
So did Gary Medine, though, but then he became their best mate.
Oh,
didn't he?
You poor man! I just seen what Barry Bannan's full name is. Barry Ryan Bannan. Oh, you poor sod.
There's a lot of Anns in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
A lot of an Ann man. But no,
he'd be right back.
I think, oh my God, he is. So I think I think in terms of the out of contract players, we could see them going to local clubs that stay up, which would be an issue. I reckon. If anything, I reckon the Piggies could be after Reach. He'd be a good free signing for them. Players like that. But
it all depends on what's going on at the lane. Because it don't seem good at the lane at the minute, so they might not go that way. So
in terms of Warnock tapping up Bannan, though, do you think that he could buy him?
Yeah, but Chancery would pull their pants down because they'd go, "Well, you sold me Jordan Rose, and look at him now." He's like, "Where's my warranty?"
He is a man of principle. He's a man of principle, Chancery, so it would be interesting to see what happened. It would be a very careful thing to say, though. Be careful, though, if you are a current Wednesday player and you decide to go to like a Sheffield United. There is the case of like there is a bit of drama around all of that in the city, especially if you live in the city. Don't go to Meadowhall. Don't go out in the city.
Yeah.
You'll get a bit of
You'll get a bit of a stick for it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think no. I don't think he was tapping him up. I think Bannan's staying, and I think he should stay because I'm not one of those people that thinks that he's done. I think that he offers most, and I think he's one of the most passionate players we've got at the club.
And I know people turn around and say this: if Barry Bannan didn't want to say, why would he sign a 2-year deal? Yes, it could be that he wants to get some money for the club, but
we all thought he signed it because he had a relegation release clause. That's what people were throwing at him. He's got a relegation clause, so it doesn't matter.
And it was a very serious, clear no, and you could tell he was a bit peed with the question being questioned to him. He wasn't happy with it. The answer that they got back was a bit sharp, going no, as in to go, why would I?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's not the best question to get presented to you anyway.
Oh.
But yeah, I hope Barry Bannan stays.